between the Chicago Cougars and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start out with a run by Ferguson. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The result, a 1st down as the quick slant gets him 14.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The numbers for Reynolds last week: 8 catches, 74 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
And I think the ball's out. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they'll be let out by their 6th-year quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll look to throw here. Flush to pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Multiple players players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And they bring their punter out there now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A 2nd down carry for Ferguson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play forward in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's ball. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Ferguson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now here's Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ball. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that'll be incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this one is right through. And it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Reynolds. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's ball. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And here he'll get it down to the 7. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Especially in this situation, inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. That catch for his career's number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800? Not out of line here.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
To try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ball. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
KC's offense ready to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Brings up 3rd down. And
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
At the 42-yard line.
2nd down and 7. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. First down now, but that clock rolling. On play action, it's Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
A little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take...
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. All right, Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals, because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cougars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he lost the football. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Charles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hands it off out of the gun. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll go option to the short side. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs 1st down.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll look to throw here.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they bring out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Mahomes going to throw. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
9 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
And again, it's Mahomes. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
To number 16. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try to run down here with Ferguson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And Mahomes going to keep it himself. Running, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 93 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Lawrence. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! From 19 yards away. And the Cougars are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo. And they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Mahomes now on first down. Going long here for Wallace. And got his man complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
124 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a give up the middle. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the 2nd half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for our visitors,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.